All right, happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Survive to Thrive, and let's get started. I am, well, first of all, I hope you're okay that I allowed the videos to go a little bit longer today. We usually stop right at 9:05. I realize it's 9:10. I kind of needed the extra motivation. So I did that for me.
You deserve it. You earned
Agreed.
it. You earned it. Let me say that. Not deserve it. You earned it.
I appreciate that. I do.
John, I want to say this to I have a good friend. He's also a broker manager at one of my other offices. His name is Lejean Null. Amazing human being. Amazing human being. And I'm sorry, Lejean, for putting you on the spot. Lejean is a former drill instructor for the Marines. But he has a heart of gold, and you'll see he's that's Lejean on the call. I invite him to join us.
Awesome. Lejean, Glasses.
Hey, John. I'm sorry. I'm in the bed because I'm getting old. So I'm getting old.
Lejean, don't go away. I'm going to show you something.
So the drill instructor days were a long time ago. So
All right, Lejean, this is for you. I don't know if this is going to show up on camera or not. Hopefully it will. That's my father.
hey,
Looks a little bit like me, doesn't he, guys?
look at that! Look at that!
Yeah.
Wow!
Sergeant Major in the U.S. Army. And
Wow!
this is the flag that we laid on his casket when he was buried.
Wow!
There were 4 of these, one on each corner of his casket, and these sit on my bookshelf behind me daily to remind me of the sacrifice that he made, not just for our country, but for me and family. And Lejean, what you've done is I'll never be able to match what you've done, and I appreciate you.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. And what a wonderful job of putting the flag in a shadow box. That's very important.
It
It
is.
preserves the flag. It preserves the flag. So very good.
Lejean, when my time is over, it'll go to my son, and then it'll go to my grandson. And that will be something that lives in the Dietz family forever, hopefully.
Forever.
Yeah. So guys, as I was mentioning, I kind of needed the extra motivation this morning, and, just being 100% transparent, sometimes life can be hard, right? And I know today is Friday, so today is script and role play day, and we're pivoting just to have a conversation. I want you to think about this as we're all sitting around a table, having dinner, sharing wins and sharing challenges. And part of my why is to make a difference, in your life so that you can make a difference in somebody else's life. It's the butterfly effect. Another picture that sits on my bookshelf is a picture of me and my lifelong friend, Perry Campbell. One of the reasons that today is kind of a struggle for me is we're coming up on the 2-year anniversary of Perry losing his battle with cancer. I think about him every day. I was at his bedside holding his hand when he passed from life on earth to eternity in heaven. And So there's this thing that Andy Andrews talks about. It's the butterfly effect. And the idea behind the butterfly effect is a butterfly can flap its wings on the coast of Africa and set in motion molecules that will create a hurricane that lands on the east coast of the United States, for example. It's the butterfly effect. And it's the little things that we do in life that impact others, that create change that we're not even aware of. You know, the whole idea that around legacy is that we won't truly know our legacy because our true legacy won't show up until we're gone. And think of the lives that you make a difference in, lives of children that haven't even been born yet. With everything you say and everything you do, it matters. It makes a difference. You feel like some days, and I know you do because I feel this way, that you're just going through life struggling to get by and pay the bills and take care of your family. And you have those conversations with yourself that are like, well, what difference am I making? And I promise you, you are. I promise you, you're making a difference. You know, I think of my mother who, at the age of 32, was stricken with horrible arthritis. And there's a certain type of arthritis, and it's not coming to me. I can't think of it for whatever reason. But it was not just pain in your fingers. I have arthritis in my hands from playing football. I think I broke every single one of my fingers. And when I play golf on Fridays, I always have to take Advil because this finger, yeah, my middle finger, that's as far as I can flex it without taking Advil and drinking a lot of water because I have arthritis. She had arthritis to a point where by the time she was 50 years old, she couldn't walk. She lived the remainder of her life in a wheelchair. And when we were kids, we grew up poor. Raise your hand if you grew up poor, right? A lot of us did. 4 kids, my mom and dad in a 1,200 square foot home, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, no air conditioning in Florida. And, you know, life wasn't easy. So what? Now what? Move on. And she drove a school bus for 10 years in order to be able to make money. And this is when she had rheumatoid arthritis, when she had rheumatoid arthritis. So she drove a bus for 10 years to be able to afford to send myself and my brother and sister to private school. And, you know, if you were to have asked my mom, what kind of difference are you making in this world? She would say none. Who am I? I'm living in this wheelchair. What kind of difference am I making? And I look at my grandson and I'm like, you know, he is who he is because she was who she was. Lacey had a second interview yesterday with the third interview with the local police department. I won't name the name because it's being recorded. And she is in the process of being selected as a very few that would be a sponsored applicant to the police academy. She is a couple months away from graduating with a degree in criminal justice and pursuing her dream of working in the human trafficking division. And I think back to, you know, when she was 14 years old, she had cancer and 52 weeks of chemotherapy, and how hard that was for all of us, but mostly for her. And I remember looking at Lacey, Clarissa, you were with me when this was going on. I was a team leader for Keller Williams in Coral Springs during this time. And I remember looking at Lacey and saying, God has big plans for you. I promise you that you were put here to do something big. And, I have friends that ask me, how do you feel about her working in this horrible profession? And my answer is, it scares me. And at the same time, I couldn't be more proud. And I know this is a calling. God put her here for this. So the last thing I'm going to do is try to talk her out of it. So I'm going to stop because I want to hear from you. What's going on?
I'm dealing with a whole bunch of mess right now.
Yeah, I know you are.
Yeah. And I guess the top is my mom.
Mm.
My mom has cancer, and I've been, with her. I'm going down to San Diego tomorrow morning to be with my mom and dad. My dad's going through things, but my kids are going through some crazy stuff right now. But my wife and I are getting closer and closer. All yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what's important. I'm so grateful though. That's the word that I can say. I'm so grateful for life. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. I really mean it. Like each and every one of you, I'm so, so grateful. I am so grateful for my team, Ontario, Charlene. I'm so grateful for you. And that's what I spoke about yesterday in the meeting. I can relate a lot to what you're saying and how you're feeling. I see your expressions and stuff like that. And I remember when I was not in leadership, and then I would listen to someone in leadership, and then they get emotional. And if it's a guy, I'm just like, what is this dude crying for in front of people? Man up, dude.
No.
And but I get it. I get it now. I'm not a crier kind of guy, but I cry. I get it, because life is so precious. So that's what's going on with me.
Nathan, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
It means a lot. I'd love to hear from Claudia. I get it. Wiping away tears. I get it. I do. And a lot of us, you can't be on this call and not be touched by this, right, Joanne? But and a lot of us are going through the worst time in our life, but we're not going to jump on here and talk about it, and that's okay. It is. Andy Andrews teaches that you're either in adversity, going towards adversity, or coming out of adversity. It's just part of being on this planet, right, Nathan? But Andy Andrews also teaches, if you want to know the book that you can learn this from, he talks about it in two of his books, The Traveler's Gift and also in The Noticer. Now, he also teaches that adversity is preparation for greatness. So many people, when faced with challenges, respond with, why me? Why is this happening to me? And my response is, why not me? Why not you? Who are you that you would be spared from this thing that you're going through that's leading to greatness? Accept the adversity. Embrace it. Know that it's making you out to be the person that God put you here to be in order to live the life that he wants you to live, to change the lives that you're going to change. I had an opportunity to be on stage with a leader in our industry, and one of the questions he asked me was, how did I get here? And my response was, I've been blessed with a lot of adversity in my life. It just keeps showing up. All
I
right.
think, I'm sorry, I'm a believer, and I think life is part of the beauty of that, and what you just said, coming out of adversity or getting into the adversity is your choice. And as a believer, I would think, we have to choose to live with love, no matter what, because that's what God gave us. Or, and no matter where you are, there's always hope as long as there's love.
There you go. Thank you for sharing, Claudia. Guys, I'm going to close with this. So, Lejean, hope I'm pronouncing that right, Nathan. Lejean. Okay. Lejean, put in the chat.
Yes.
It's about playing while hurt. ... Winners play while hurt. Are you hurting? I am. Just
Well, I think that, I think that most of us are going through things.
Yeah.
And I think I would love to take credit for that. But Deion Sanders, he has his new book out. And one of his lessons in the book is that what he's seen in life, not just on the field, but off the field, that the ability to carry that load, not playing while you're injured is a different thing, but the ability to withstand pain and still go through. And it teaches our kids and our loved ones a valuable lesson, but we're all carrying these things. And so that's what resonated with me this morning, John. And so it seems like, here you are leading this call this morning, and you are playing while hurt.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. That's what it's about, my man. That's what it's about. We would love to have no pain, but we all play while we're hurt. And that's the difference of winning.
All right. I can't do better than that. That's a wrap.